Hey everybody. In this video, I'd like to show you how to draw a bar chart using Excel if you have categorical data. It's actually really straightforward. I have in front of me a fake data set. Let's say we asked a bunch of students what their favorite type of music is. And those responses were recorded, and there's some rock, rap, country, a lot more rap. Some weirdos here like me like classical music. We've asked about 60 students what their preferences are, and you'd like to get a visual on this. It's really easy to do that in Excel. Just highlight your data set. You can do that all at once by just clicking on this little column header. Excel is smart enough to know that this very first value is actually a header, and it's not data. It's just a descriptive text that tells you that this happens to be called variable A, which is not very descriptive, but whatever. It's a made-up example anyway. So we click on this column of data, and then we go to Insert. We want to insert a chart or a graph. So Insert, and then here's where we can insert a whole bunch of different graphs. Now we can pick the type of graph that we want. But I recommend that at first you go to this recommended charts, because Excel is actually pretty smart about this. It looks at what kind of data is in this spreadsheet, and it kind of has a fairly decent idea of what you'd want to do with that. So I go to recommended charts, and then immediately we have a bar chart of all of the different values. So we're done, actually. All we need to do is click OK. And it gives us a chart. And in fact, what it does is it also creates a pivot table for us. So let me zoom in a little bit on this. Right? So it counted that there were 3 people that like classical, 5 that like country, 31 that liked rap, and then pop and rock were kind of split. Right? So it just counted the frequency of occurrences and then created bars that were proportional to those. Now, I would not recommend keeping your graph like this. I would, click on the head, the title, and give it a more descriptive title, something like frequency of musical preferences or something like that, and just kind of play around with the formatting here. But as far as getting the bones of the graph, it's really straightforward. It's as long as your data is categorical like mine was, go to recommended charts, and a bar chart is pretty much the only thing you can do with non-numeric data like that. So straightforward. Thanks. I forgot to mention something. It's really straightforward to rearrange your bars. If you go down here to variable A, this little drop-down menu, the name of our variable happened to be variable A. It's not always going to be called variable A, but if you go to this drop-down menu, you can change how these bars are sorted. So for example, if I wanted to have it, the primary music sorted first, and then, following with shorter and shorter bars after that, go to Sort Options, and you can choose whether you want an ascending bar chart so that the bars get bigger and bigger, or descending. I think I'd like to go descending, and not by alphabetical, like variable A, but I want the counts of variable A. In other words, I don't want to go alphabetical over here. I want to go in descending order from here on these counts. If I click on OK, you'll see that it reshuffles things, and I can see which is the primary variable that most students listen to at a glance immediately, and then I can see the least favorite. But you can play around with different ways of sorting the bars. The information doesn't change, but the way that it's presented can change. And you want to tailor your graph to the message that you're trying to convey. All right, now I promise that's it. Thank you.